How'd the offense look today?
I like to see how the guys come and show up after a weekend, because you're always battling that hesitation and breaking back into it. And for the most part, not bad. You know,
Coach,
not bad for a Monday coming off a Sunday where we give them off.
And you had some bad news last week with all the injuries. How's this offense and how's this team in general responded from kind of taking the throttle off the gas pedal there for a little bit?
Well, the throttle's not off the gas pedal at all. We have had to adjust, and a couple of our skilled kids have had to go over to the defensive side, because that's where we've been kind of snake bit. So we did adjust, and I think the team's getting better as a result of that.
We didn't see the scrimmage Saturday. What did you see from your offense there?
Well, it wasn't really a scrimmage, because a scrimmage kind of implies tackling, and we tried to do some situational work, which I do believe we got better with, and we didn't turn the ball over, which I can't say much for this practice. We had 2, so that was good to go in the stadium and not turn it over.
Are you making progress as far as your pace, the well-described pace that you want to play at? Or you feel like?
Yeah, I do believe we are headed in the right direction. The kids, we are done now until we get to Virginia preparation. We are done with new things. So now it's just rehashing the stuff we already have in. So anytime you do that, there's a noticeable shift to going fast, and we've no longer we've pulled off of the new stuff. So from here on till Wednesday, it's all stuff we've already done.
How do you feel you're at as far as execution going into next week?
Man, we're midway through camp, and there are times when it looks really clean. It really does. And then, there are times when we get a bust here and we get a bust there. We get a bad snap right in a critical deal. So that aspect, I hope that we continue to grow and get better with. But it's far from perfect, I guess, if that was what you were asking.
You had the 2 turnovers you mentioned, the bad snap, some penalties as well that came into play today. Is that just that Monday effect, or is that something, just guys trying to do too much?
That's definitely a sign of players that are not fully focused. I mean, those are the things that happen when you're not focused. And we went in the stadium and did not have that. So, we got work to do to prepare our kids to come off a rest day and to come back and be ready to be focused.
When you take the field at Virginia and, the rest of the season, kids get amped up, being in front of the fans. With the speed, do you worry about penalties at all, or those type of concerns just because of the speed you're going at and then them trying to do too much or being too amped up?
Worried about penalties? No, I try not to coach with the worry about penalties. I try to be like the players, get myself to go fast and to go hard. If we get a penalty, then adjust to the situation and give your best shot.
Jamal looked pretty good from what we saw today. Is he gradually progressing and continuing to improve? How would you
Jamal
say?
played, for a sophomore. He was one that showed up with really good focus today. And I'd like to, commend him. And I think it showed out there in the practice.
Is your offensive line progressing as you'd like it to?
There are more steps forward than backward there. There sure are.
Are you coming closer to kind of figure out your rotation of who will be in what situation?
We are. That's really not going to play out, I think, till we get to the end of that third game. And by then we'll have enough body of work that we'll be able to determine who's really ready and who we need to kind of hold back with. But like I said, they're all new, and it's unfortunate. Well, sort of. But with who we play the first 3 games, we're going to know exactly how we stack up for the rest of the year at the beginning of the year, because the opponents are really good.
How many deep do you figure you need to be at that offensive line rotation?
Well, we're going to travel 10 guys, and yeah, they'll all be able to play. We might go a little more, but generally speaking, we haven't even had that discussion. But you know, right off the bat, 10 is the number you travel with.
Has it been decided yet who of the offensive coaches will be in the box and who will be on the field yet? Is that
Still a work in progress, but right now we are training ourselves for Jason Beck to be in the box and Guy Holliday to be in the box.
And Jason's been the guy who's telling you, hey, this is the down and distance here all camp long. He's a guy who really understands the X's and O's of football. A nice guy to have in the box.
Well, I think they're all really good coaches on the field or in the box. I think the way the work group is headed right now, that's kind of the way we're going.
From what you just said, does that mean you're going to call the plays from the field?
Yes, I will call the plays from the field.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
As far as the quarterbacks go, throughout camp, you and Coach Mendenhall have both been complimentary of both what Hammond Olson and Taysom Hill have done. Is it still just the same level, or are they both improving? Is there any narrowing between the two?
They're both really capable. Taysom is our starter, and Ammon is our backup right now. They're going 1 and 2, and both doing a really good job with the offense.
So
Pleased with both of them.
You don't foresee any possible changes with that? That's pretty much solid as far as the...
Yeah, let me reiterate. Taysom is our starter, and Ammon is our number 2 quarterback.
You mentioned a couple of guys that you've moved over from offense to defense. We saw Michael Davis was one of those guys, a speedster that you recruited to be a wide receiver.
Yeah.
Who else have you moved over there to defense?
Eric Thornton. He was playing an inside spot for us, and we moved Eric over there. And we've had to do some adjusting because he was on a pretty good path on the offensive side, but the team need called for him to go there. And being a team guy, he just said, "Okay, sure, I'll do what the team needs."
Is Eric going to play on offense at all, or is he set in stone at corner?
Nothing's set in stone right now. Because of our team need right now, he's been over on the defensive side of the football.
Thanks, Coach.
You bet. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Coach.